Hey YouTube, today we're adding bus lanes and bus stops to Bricktown. Hey everyone and welcome to Brick Talk TV, hope you're well. Today's episode is another instalment of our Rebuild of Bricktown series. As always, I'll stick a link to the playlist in the top right here and in the description below in case you've missed any of the previous episodes. Also do hit that like button if you enjoyed this video so more people get to see it. And remember to hit that subscribe button with the bell notification turned on to join our LEGO community and be notified about future episodes in this series. Today we're taking a look at bus lanes and bus stops, and here you can see how we left Bricktown at the end of our previous episode where we were building some traffic lights. In our original Bricktown we had about 6 bus stops, and you can check out the video in the top right here and in the description below to actually see how we built those bus stops, as we'll be using a pretty similar technique again today but with a few tweaks. In our new Bricktown though, we're only going to have about 5 bus stops. So let's take a look in studio and check out how our builds are going to form today. Here you can see our design for the bus lane and bus stop. You can see here that we are going to be creating an indent into our existing paving area that we have previously created in other episodes. The indent will allow buses to pull in and pick up passengers and should allow enough space for traffic to pass by more easily. We'll also tile over the indent to align it to the road to continue the road service into the paving area. You can also see here that our bus stop shelter is the same design that we've used before, using a couple of panels and tiles for the bus shelter itself, and then the bus stop seats are actually created using some inverted 45-degree slope bricks. We may change these in the future, but for now I'm sticking with this design and see how it looks once we've completed the city. We'll also be creating a new sign that will be using the same technique that we used previously in our traffic light episode. We will also have some custom tiles to display the bus stop timetable and the bus stop sign itself. You'll see these later in the episode and links to those tiles are in the description below. So with this design in mind, let's head over to the Lego room and start to make some of the laybys and rebuilding some of the paving areas. In Bricktown we used the Lego City bus number 60154, which are now retired, and I've also modified these to operate on the left hand side of the road to fit into our British road layout theme. We'll need to make the laybys long enough for these buses to fit in, and the buses are roughly around 28 studs long. We'll be using these 6x6 wedged plates to give us the indent that's needed in order for our bus to nicely fit off the road. So now let's get on with some deconstruction so we can build the laybys. So once we completely strip back our paving, we need to extend the road surface. We start by adding in 2x4 tiles with the road markings to outline the bus lane. We'll then add a series of 1x8 white tiles along the back of the lane to show that you can't park there or stop there unless you're a bus. We add further tiles to cover up the road area using dark bluish grey tiles, and then we start to re-add some of the plates on the paving. Start with the 6x6 wedges that we mentioned earlier, and then we add further plates to build up the paving area that we've destroyed earlier. Once we complete the plates, then we'll add the tiles on top of the plates to redo our curb outline for the lay-by. We've also used some cutaway angle tiles on the wedges to give that indent, and we've used some regular 1x6 and 1x8 tiles in light bluish grey to give us that continuation of the curve that we've used in previous episodes. Now let's construct our bus stop sign. We start with two 2x2 round light bluish grey bricks. We join them together and cover them with a 2x2 round tile with a hole in the centre. We can then add a 2 length or 3 length axle into the base along with a Technic connector in light bluish grey. Then we add another connector to the top of this one, but this connector has a hole in the centre. Add another axle into the top and then another normal connector, and then add one more axle piece and a final connector that has a loop on the top. So this is how our final pole is constructed. You'll also notice the different directions that the connectors with the loop holes are facing, as these will be used for the bus stop sign and the bus stop timetable. Then we add some grey Technic pins with studs into those loop areas. And then here are our custom tiles. We have a 2x2 tile in black with the bus stop sign printed on, and a 2x4 black tile with the bus timetable printed on. We attach these to the Technic pin studs that we've just added into the loop areas. Of course, it's worth noting at this point that this is only connected with one stud, so it does allow the tiles to freely be rotated and moved, which some of you may find annoying, but in my case I think it will probably work for me because I'm probably going to place these once in Bricktown and not have to touch them again. If it does prove to be an issue, then I'll probably modify these poles in future to ensure that we get 2 studs to attach to these tiles so they don't rotate. Now we've created this one, I'll create a further 5, one for each of our bus stops that we're going to build, but for now let's get back and do more deconstruction for our laybys. Now we have the laybys created, let's go round and start adding our signs and our bus stop shelters. We'll stick the signs to the paving foundations for now, but we may change this in the future once we start adding some paving tiles. Then we'll add some seats and the bus stop shelter panels, and then let's repeat this process now for all the other bus stops around Bricktown. Now we've done that, let's do a quick flyby of all our bus stops so you can see what they look like now they're completed. You can also see on some of the flybys how the buses will look once they start to pull in and use the bus stop. So that's all of our bus stops added to Bricktown, and you can see how Bricktown is looking at the end of today's episode. We need to continue to add some more detail in our city, and we'll be doing that over the next couple of episodes, and you can join me in our next episode where we're going to start to add some parking bays with some parking meters. This will involve building a custom parking sign similar to the bus stop sign today, using some custom tiles, and we'll be doing some smaller paving indents that allow some cars just to move in out of the traffic's way. We'll also be adding some disabled parking bays again using some custom tiles, and you can join me next time to see how that comes together. As a reminder, if you enjoyed this episode, then do hit that like button as it helps us reach more people, and hit that subscribe button to be notified about our parking bay episode. And until next time, stay safe and I'll see you then.